Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing so well today. Welcome to a new Psychic Pick a Card Tarot reading. For those of you who are new, a special hello to you. I'm Zach. I use a natural psychic ability, you have it too, to read tarot cards here on YouTube. Before we begin, I want to show you guys how easy it is to book a personal reading with me. You can follow the link in my description box, you can click on the link in my banner, or you can email me using the email listed on my account here. When you go to the link, it'll bring you to Gumroad, which is the site I use to host anything that I sell of artistic merit. You can buy a tarot reading. There are many to choose from. Email me if you don't find one that you like. You can also book me to review your art portfolio if you're applying to colleges. I've been to CalArts. I've also been to Savannah College of Art and Design. Thank you guys for sitting through that. Now let's get to today's video, which is a good one. We're going to be looking at your psychic ability, and don't worry. If I don't pick up on a psychic ability, I am going to channel what your natural gift and talent is. So without further ado, there are 5 piles to choose from today, and let's take a look at them now. Pile 1 is a seashell. Pile 2 is amazonite. Pile 3 is tiger's eye. Pile 4 is yellow apatite. Pile 5 is a hagstone. So feel free, pause the video, take as long as you need to choose the pile you feel drawn to the most. Now once you've made your selection, there are corresponding timestamps below. Find your corresponding timestamp and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose the beautiful shell. So, right off the bat, yes, you guys have a natural psychic ability, but I think beyond that, there are a couple messages here I really want to get across to you. You guys are highly empathic, okay? With the King of Cups and Cancer, I sense that you guys really can see people to their core. You guys are, it's very, very obvious. When you see someone, perhaps what's going on in their life, what is their major holdup, and you can see through all sorts of barriers and illusions. And I sense that you guys also have a very strong ability to manifest in this lifetime. Now, here's why I'm seeing this, okay? You guys have the Magician, but you also have the second house, and I sense that you guys certainly do not lack talent. I think that you guys actually have many creative abilities. I think that you guys came into this lifetime, however, to experience this material world because I see someone who is really highly spiritual, okay? Your spirit animal is being represented by the dragonfly, and that is, you know, one of the big sort of communicators with the spirit realm, okay? And I sense, because of these iridescent wings, that you guys can sense energy. Iridescence, you know, it talks about that beautiful array of colors, rainbow colors, and when you think of most objects, like this tablecloth is purple, grass is green, the sky is blue, and it can change sometimes, but nothing is usually rainbow colored unless it's a rainbow or a prism or something like that. And however, these wings are rainbow colored. So to me, it talks about being able to see things with the naked eye that most people can't. And for the majority of you, that is the ability to sense energy. And I think that some of you could be afraid of the dark, or when you were younger, you were afraid of the dark. And this was because you could feel the presence of spirits, okay? Now, I don't want to scare anyone. I strongly believe that it's very uncommon to have a negative spirit, okay? And however, I want to underscore that it is very common for there to be stale or negative energy, okay? And so what I was saying though with the Magician and this second house is you guys have many talents, okay? Psychic ability is one of them. We all have a natural psychic ability. I sense that you guys are highly empathic, and if you were to develop certain barriers and boundaries and forms of protection to ground yourself, you absolutely could go far as psychic ability and developing that to the point where I actually think some people in here could be mediums. Now, I'll get back to that point in a second, because what I really want to underscore is this second message I'm getting, that the majority of you, again, are here to experience luxury, wealth, and great abundance, because I think that so many of you have spent lifetimes doing spiritual work. I sense that some of you were monks or priests or nuns, okay? And I think that you spent a lot of your time showing people the light and guiding people. And for some reason, I feel like that took so much of your time that there is an imbalance. Okay? And I think that you came back in this incarnation to simply exist. I think that you picked up many natural talents along your many lives that you've had, and things come to you easily, or you can learn them easily. You just pick it up very, very naturally. And this is because you have done this in other lifetimes before. Psychic ability is certainly one of those talents. But I get, again, there's just this message that I feel like I'm really supposed to relay, and it's that you're not supposed to focus on that in this lifetime. Now, you have to use your own discernment, okay? I won't make that decision for you, but that is a strong message that I'm getting. I sense that you guys are highly spiritual. You came here with spiritual gifts, but it's almost just like you living your life is what lights up and inspires and triggers awakening in other people. And it's simply because of your energy, okay? You guys are very, very grounded, very empathic, very highly sensitive. I think that you actually have extrasensory processing sensitivity. Okay? And I think that is something that you could become aware of. And if you wanted to become even more grounded and psychically protected, you could develop psychic ability to the point where I think that you guys might be unaware that you have natural mediumistic abilities, okay? Because you sense energy and you sense the unknown. When I pulled your Earth Magic card, I got Veiled, which to me is someone who is highly spiritual to the point where I actually feel like some of you really do have a natural mediumistic ability, okay? I think that you can sense spirit and you can communicate with spirits, and some of you can actually see spirit, okay? I am getting this idea of a mirror. There's something about mirrors that are really important to you, okay? Or there's something about a mirror that unlocks your psychic ability. Some of you have a natural ability to scry, and that is simply gazing into a mirrored reflective surface in order to meditate and receive information. I think that this is something you do inherently. And it's that word inherent that is very important to you and this specific reading, everyone who chose pile 1. You guys have really developed natural abilities and affinities for many things in this lifetime. I think the majority of you are artists, and you know to some degree how talented you are. And I think that some of you channel inherently. It's something that you guys do without thinking, and it's something you've always done. I think your ability to channel and connect with your higher self is so innate that you're unaware of it, okay? There is this idea of awareness in this subconscious that's highly developed in pile 1. I think some of you could lead very successful lives as psychologists or therapists or life coaches or singers, songwriters, lyricists, script writers, creative writing. These are very, very strong natural talents of yours because you're able to channel other entities, your higher self, your spirit guides, okay? These are very natural abilities to the point where I think that you guys are unaware of them. And I think what drove you to click on this reading or to be more interested in psychic ability is your ability to feel the unseen, okay? You guys have an affinity for feeling energy and sensing energy. For like someone walks up to you again, you can sense what's going on in their life, what's stopping them, and what could help save them, okay? And don't get caught up on the words. I'm channeling you guys. Sometimes the words come out and I'm like, oh, that might not be everyone's cup of tea. Anyways, I'm getting this idea that you guys can see people point blank for who they are and what their motives are. These are very, very natural abilities of yours that you have developed and strengthened through time, to the point, again, this is this main underscored message, to the point that you're not supposed to focus on it in this lifetime as like the point. It's almost that you guys are supposed to navigate your life through whatever inclinations drive you, and along the way you provide light, you show people the way, and you trigger people to have spiritual awakening simply by being in your energy. Okay? Now, when I drew a spiritual lens for you guys, I got this the only card in this Rebecca Campbell deck that is unlike any of the other ones, coming from an art director's point of view. This doesn't look graphically like anything like the other ones, okay? And interestingly, it is a mirror. It is a fractured mirror, okay? There's something about mirrors that I'm trying to get to the bottom of with you guys, okay? And I think that, I just heard shape-shifting. I think some of you have a natural ability to change your appearance. Okay, and yeah, there's literally mirrors here, there's a mirror there, okay, this veiled, the iridescent wings, and now this obviously shattered mirror. You guys have an ability to scry, and I don't know this term. It's not psychometry. Psychometry is when you hold an object and get information off it, which could be something you guys do because you're highly empathic. There's a practice, though, of going into a dark, nearly pitch black room with a mirror in it. Guys, please don't do this unless you're highly protected, okay? It's certainly not if there are two mirrors in that room. Just work with one, okay? There's something about being able to go into a dark room and gaze into a mirror and really channel or see spirit, okay? That is that message. I really think someone in here is actually a medium. And I think you were scared of the dark when you were younger because you can sense energy. And I think that if you were to be able to develop psychic protection and not feel brought down by other people, I think some of you could be introverted. I think that if you could develop a little bit of strength there and to be able to be around people without feeling drawn down by them, I think that you guys are actually having an ability in your future to be a medium. And I think that psychic ability is something that everyone has. It's just the awareness, okay? It's the awareness that people don't know what it is because of movies, books, literature, culture has taken psychic ability to be this really bizarre, uncommon thing. And that narrative is actually very incorrect. It's a very natural ability for people to be telepathic. For an example, once you develop self-awareness, you'll be able to get an image in your head or a flash of knowing, just claircognizance, that so-and-so is about to text you. This happens to me like not twice a day, but like every single time someone texts me, I know like 0.4 seconds before they do. And I'm usually right. I think that you guys have this ability too. And it's this idea of awareness that I keep trying to underscore. So for the majority of you, we really want you to lead the most abundant life. And as you go along this life, you are going to inspire and uplift and light the way for so many people. But it's almost that because you have spent so many lifetimes doing spirituality and focusing on spirit and that aspect of life, there's an idea of balance. We really want to balance that out, okay? We want you guys to be able to have a really highly abundant life and to be able to do this by yourself, okay? There's an idea of being able to identify what you want and call it down naturally. There's an idea of not being told what to do anymore. I think so many of you spent lifetimes as monks or priests or nuns, okay, working for the greater good of everyone, and there's a balance in this lifetime. You're supposed to use your natural spiritual gifts, of which you have many, but beyond that, you guys have a lot of talents, okay? I think creative talents, again, singers, writers, script writers, public speaking, life coaches, psychologist, therapist. That's what I see as really good career ideas for you, okay? It's the idea of making sure that you have a really abundant, joyful life in this time, and that being kind of the big focus, Okay, so guys, this is what I see for you, and I really hope you liked these messages. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up, or if you've made it this far into the video, it really goes a long way in the world of YouTube. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Okay, so right off the bat, I don't pick up on a psychic ability for you guys, but there is a message here about fame, okay? And it's undeniable. I see you guys healing a lot of people and becoming famous by something that you do. Now, I know you guys are like, oh, tarot readers tell everyone that they're going to be famous. I certainly don't. That's not how I work. I just tell you what I see, and I see an emphasis on being in the spotlight, okay? I see a lot of expansion for you in this lifetime, and there is a lot of... I really want to get to the bottom of your messages because, and I'm just going to show you all your cards right off the bat, okay? So again, I'm not picking up on a psychic ability, but I am getting this idea that you guys are really supposed to be influential in this lifetime, okay? Your spirit animal at this time is the coyote. Not quite the best energy. And then your animal, your earth magic is tsunami with wake up call, okay? And I only ask for positive entities to communicate with me, and I only ask for the most useful information at this time, okay? And so when I saw these cards here, I was like, what is going on? That's almost giving me anxiety, and I don't want you guys to feel that, okay? Because we are going to get to the bottom of this, all right? Coyote talks to me sometimes about someone who's working so hard that they can't see the forest for the trees, okay? I almost get that you guys are you guys really desire fame, notoriety, and success in this lifetime, and I do see that as what you are supposed to be experiencing in this lifetime, okay? I think that if I had to pick an inkling of a psychic ability or a spiritual gift, I think that some of you might be able to heal other people, okay? But it's after you heal yourself, okay? There's something along the lines of success and karma being linked in this lifetime, okay? I think that perhaps, the past has not been favorable to you. I think that maybe even past lives have been difficult, and I keep wanting to say too difficult because I keep wanting to say that this is too heavy right here, I almost did your pulls or pulled your cards all over again because I'm like, I don't like what's going on here. So we're going to get to the bottom of it, and I'm going to draw a spiritual lens for you guys. So sit tight, nothing to worry about for sure. I will always get to the bottom of this. So what are we trying to tell Pile 2? Okay, I sense that there's not necessarily an inherent psychic ability, but I see something standing in their way, and I almost feel like you guys that it's you. I think that you guys... I think that you guys sense your potential so much that you drive yourself into the ground. I get that you guys should be a lot kinder to yourself because you work so hard, okay? And I'm almost getting that, yeah, the message that just came through was the straw that broke the camel's back, and it's almost like we need to have a period where you guys can pull your nose off the grindstone and experience life a little bit more. And sorry. Some of your guides want to deliver a really important message. I'll get it out. But what I'm getting is that it's like you're either beating yourself into the ground too much, okay? I'm getting this idea of fake it till you make it. And for some people, that works really well, but it's almost like you guys are escaping what you're actually very good at, okay? And as a result, you're kind of going in about life in a way that's not going to help you, right? We always want to work with ebbs and flows of energy, and we always want to work in a sustainable fashion and sense when we're going in the flow and sense when we're swimming upstream, okay? For the longest time, I wanted to be an actor. When I was younger, I used to do a lot of plays, and I always thought that that's what I wanted, but, after I had tried out to many agencies, heard mixed reviews, got into some, was denied by others. I finally from Maine, ended up in trying out for LA Models in Los Angeles, got a call back and then didn't get hired. And it took me a long time to realize that I was only going after fame itself. I was only seeking validation from other people and calling that my worldly success. I thought that if I could be beautiful and popular, then I would be happy and successful. And I was tricking myself. I was in for a rude awakening when I went through my spiritual awakening about 2 years ago, okay? When I realized who I was turning into and who I had become was a very different person. I had lost a lot of my kindness. I had lost a lot of my natural talents because I put them on the back burner, ignoring them largely because the only thing I cared about was making it in this lifetime. I came from a very troubled, rather traumatic childhood, and I felt like I had a lot to prove. And as a result, it really, really morphed me into someone I was not, okay? And, I would definitely still accept acting gigs, still have a dream of being a singer, and I nourish those with practice, by practicing with a vocal coach, but I don't push away everything in an effort to only bring that in. I hope this is making sense for you guys, okay? I just sense that you guys, if you could relax and let go, yeah, the message is let go or be dragged. And I feel like that's really healing to a lot of people here. I think that you really are supposed to experience abundance in this lifetime. And I actually think that you're supposed to be famous online. There's an emphasis on social media, how you talk, and fame, okay? But I also get that your career, your purpose, and your legacy are extremely important to you. And I get that you're very, very talented. And it's because you have a strong eye for detail and dedication. But I get that you guys are driving yourself into the ground. And it's because there's a little bit of healing that needs to be done. Some of you have a nasty habit of self-sabotaging yourself. You get very close, but then you deny yourself that you think you're not actually talented enough, but you are. You get so close and you talk yourself out of, posting the video, posting the photograph you took, applying for the dream job. It's like you could talk yourself up to it, and then when it's time to take that leap, you miss it because you don't take it. And there's just this idea of self-doubt, and I think it's because we really need to go back to the beginning, like I was saying, and figure out what you're actually going after. For example, an actor should be someone who loves to be a chameleon, loves to take on different roles, and loves to uplift people, is very consumed by the idea of being a person and, acting, not necessarily the fame. You see how I went about it in a total backwards manner, and it caused a massive wake-up call for me? I'm getting now, finally, I got this message out, that this is not something to be afraid of. There should be no anxiety about this. It's almost that this reading itself is that wake-up call for you guys, okay? I'm going to draw some spiritual lenses for you. Oh, wow. Okay, so your first card is Don't Dim to Fit In. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in, okay? To me, I just see you guys boxing yourself in an office or up in the attic and sort of, hiding yourself from the world because you think you're taking all the steps necessary in order to build your finances, fame, and career. And it's like that effort is pushing against the stream. That effort is creating a huge block, okay? And we really wanted to dissolve that. I'm getting this idea of someone who has a talent that I'm not picking up on, but who has fame in their lifetime, okay? And I'll try to get some information. Let's go ahead and reach for some tarot cards to see, where you guys, if I can pick up on a confirmation. I feel like the best advice I have for you, though, is to think back to when you were younger, to think back to your young self, okay? And to imagine your higher self, okay? Imagine when you were really down on yourself and how you always wish you had someone there who had your back and who was just lifting you up. I get that some of you guys don't have strong relationships with your parents or don't have people in your life who really support you. And so you have to be your own cheerleader. God damn, guys, I really feel that for you guys, and I think it's because you can do it on your own, but you're not supposed to, right? It's really hard to be your cheerleader day in and day out, and it's gotten you very, very far, but I almost feel like you're closing yourself off from help from other people or from a path that would be easier. I keep getting the idea of you guys going upstream, and you've been going upstream for so long that you've gained a lot of finesse there, like you're a strong salmon. You're capable, but you forget what it's like to let go and have fun with the current. Wow. Ah, that's your most powerful message there, pile two. It's this idea of let go or be dragged, okay? I don't want you to be dragged through life, because here's the real tea, and I'll save you some struggle, okay? When you push against something and you work so hard finding your life purpose, finding what you're supposed to do in this life, what you do is you create a block, because what you tell yourself subconsciously every day, and maybe if you have a freak out, I do this, I'm not calling you out, you create a massive energy that says, I don't have it, I don't know. And that energy, that little, point of arrow of energy going out there is creating a block for you. If instead you could say, I don't know, I don't know, but I'm going to go to this park today, or I'm going to go see what so and so is doing, and let's see if she wants to go for some ice cream. It's like if you could do that energy every single day, it would really shift some things for you, okay? I almost get that you're doing jobs that you think your parents would be happy with, or you're doing them because you're trying to make money. Yes, we all need to make money, but there's an idea of doing something that's more authentic to you. Angels always talk about authenticity. They always talk about what you were inspired by when you were younger, what you can do where you totally lose track of time, okay? I really don't want you guys to be so hard on yourself. I think when you let go is when you are going to find out what you're supposed to do in this lifetime. Okay, I did say I would draw some tarot cards. I have, oh wow. You guys are really meant to experience great joy, okay? So now we have two rainbows, okay? So in the original Rider-Waite description or depiction of this deck, the Ten of Cups shows a family, 10 cups and a rainbow, okay? There's another rainbow here, which talk about blessings, okay? And the Ten of Cups to me talks about extreme, the very epitome of emotional satisfaction, okay? And I understand with the King of Wands that you're more of a wild child, right? I'm getting the idea of being someone who is able to go about their life with a little bit more joy, a little bit less of the blinders on, a little bit random, and I feel like that is the opposite of what you want to hear or the opposite of who you are. But I think it's because the world has really gotten you down or gotten to you and has created these barriers and self-limiting beliefs, okay? I just get a strong message here that you guys, I want to tell you that you are going to be successful, okay? And it's like I wish that there were other people around you who were encouraging, because I get that there almost isn't that, okay? I see life purpose as being something where you travel, where you share your perspective, okay? Some of you could be creative people, okay? But I want you to talk about what lights you up, what brings you joy, okay? What really can you do that you lose your mind? Lose your mind, okay? That would be the energy of, euphoria, okay? What do you do that really brings you joy? Pile two, okay? Also, how are you dimming to fit in, okay? I feel like, again, this message has to do with almost like beating yourself into the ground by working so diligently, and there's this need to sort of love yourself a little bit more, to see yourself from a higher perspective, to see yourself as a kindergartner. Okay, here is the message. I want you guys to look at yourselves as if you were your baby sister, okay? If you don't have siblings, one of your best friends, their younger sister, their kid sister or brother, okay? I want you guys to look and treat yourself as if you were that kid, okay? This is a really important message. I know you guys were looking for psychic ability, okay? And I see a lot of fame in your future. You might even tell people your story about healing, okay? But again, what is going to unlock this blessing of joy and abundance and fame and success in your life is when you let go and pieces can fall into place. And how is that going to be facilitated? By treating yourself a lot kinder, okay? Even kinder than you think you treat yourself now, okay? It's the idea of just giving yourself little gifts once in a while, or just this work ethic you have is so good and it's going to get you so far, especially when you are able to identify that field you so desire, okay, to succeed in. And as long as you can choose what is authentic to you, you are going to receive lots of abundance in this lifetime, okay? You have Jupiter here, okay? You have the 10th house with reputation, and I'm getting this 3rd house as your ability to communicate, okay? And, oh wow, I'm picking up on the word siblings right here too. It's a really important message to treat yourself as if you were your younger brother or sister, okay? And for example, I was the older of 3 in my house, and I liked that role. I never, had an older sibling, and that didn't bother me. But when I graduated high school, and I would be back on summer breaks, I would always pick up my sister from high school so she didn't have to take the bus, and we'd go and get a smoothie. Or sometimes, so she wouldn't have to go to school so early, I would offer to take her to school, and we'd stop by Dunkin' Donuts because I'm from the East Coast. We have Dunkin' Donuts out there. We'd get Dunkin' Donuts before school, and just things like that. I want you to be able to treat yourself like that. Okay, you guys? I see that as being very significant. And listen, I hope you guys really liked these messages. This is what I'm getting for you guys. If you've made it this far into the video, please give me a big thumbs up. It goes so far in the land of YouTube. And until next time, stay divine. Right off the bat, I don't see an inherent psychic ability. However, don't click out. You guys are highly spiritual and you came with spiritual gifts, okay? So let's start unpacking your reading. So here are your 3 tarot cards. Yeah, I know. Rather magnificent, okay? You guys are divine teachers is what I heard first, okay? And you are meant to be light workers in this lifetime, okay? Now, when someone is highly spiritual, like I see for you guys, psychic ability is something you can develop because we all have it. And because you guys have such self-awareness, you can develop psychic ability very far, okay? And I think that what I want to focus on and what we seem to be drawing the most attention to is that I believe pile 3 are shamans. Okay? And I do not say that lightly. Now, a shaman absolutely has a psychic ability, okay? They can do soul retrievals, okay? And they can really look deeply at your soul, okay? And what I'm sensing for pile 3 is that travel is really important to you because it helps you gain an interesting perspective. It helps you gain a multifaceted perspective, okay? One second, guys. Sorry, I thought for a second I didn't press record on the camera. So what I'm seeing for you is that you are here to do some spiritual work, okay? I see you guys leading lives as healers, as shamans, as medicine people, as climate activists, as environmentalists, okay? You are here to heal Mother Earth and to uplift humanity. These are the main themes I see for you guys. And that's amazing, okay? I see a lot of, higher education signs here, okay? I get that your guidance, oh my God, your guidance is divinely guided is a message that I'm getting, okay? And what I see is that some of you could be Aquarius or have a lot of Aquarius placements or significant placements in your chart, and some of you could be artists or creatives, okay? Now, what I get is that working in nature is very healing to you, okay? I sense you guys are very grounded and you're very, very spiritual, okay? Your spirit animal is actually represented as the horse, which talks about power. Now, What I'm getting is that there is this idea of recognizing that people from all walks of life have stories that are equally important, okay, even though they may differ from you. I'm getting this idea of someone who develops throughout their life to become someone who's very, very impactful and influential because they have experienced severe lows as well as high highs in their lifetime. And it is the ability, or it is your experience of these low lows and high highs that give you an interesting perspective, a very evolved, a very multifaceted perspective of the world. You guys actually could have Gemini in your chart as well, because your response to is that A or B is to say both and more. Okay, I think you oftentimes have perspectives that might be unsettling to people because you see and agree with both sides and another higher side. You guys have a very, very evolved perspective of the world. And I think that something that would be very good for you is to travel a lot in this lifetime. Because I think as you do so, as you visit different parts of the world that you lived in during past lives, secrets are going to be unlocked. Little truths that you forgot when you incarnated are going to become visible again. Okay? I think you're really meant to do and lead people through some very serious spiritual growths. I see a healer. Okay? Doctors are healers too for the physical body, but what I see with a shaman is a healer for the soul. Okay, and I think a big mission for pile 3 is to be a shaman, to be a medicine man or woman, to be a healer. Okay, I think that you guys could work with energy as well. Okay, because when I drew your earth magic card, you guys got love with compassion, and that's remarkable. Okay, so love is the highest vibration of all, and it is the energy of healing. Okay, so you guys are natural healers. I think that you guys incarnated with a natural ability to heal other people through physical touch, or you can do this via distant. Okay, if you're someone who's an introvert or an empath and you don't like to be around people, you can heal. Distant healing is very, very real and just as effective as physical touch. Okay, and there's an idea of someone who has gained a lot of perspective by moving around the world, by living their life as if it were a grand experiment, and being in this perspective is natural to you. But I want to remind you, I think because some of you take your gift for granted, it is not natural to be so evolved, to have such a worldly perspective of the world. I think you see a lot of unnecessary grief, suffering, pain, and sorrow. I think you see it happening, occurring on a level that is unnecessary. You think that the amount of starving people, the amount of just you understand a lot about life and how messed up the world is and how far it is from balance and from love. Okay, because you can see through all the smoke screens because you have been a spiritual leader through many lifetimes. Okay, and you're here to teach your wisdom. The power that the horse represents, its totem is represented by power. It is not given lightly. You shoulder a lot of responsibility, and it is because you shoulder so much responsibility and compassion and love that you are able to utilize the totem of the horse. Okay, the horse does represent a power, and it is about someone who is able to work with all forms of color for healing. Okay, you guys are white light beings. When you walk and you go into different parts of the world, you spread actual light, and I think that you inspire people to have spiritual awakenings. Okay, I think that some of you actually could have careers of helping people transition from this world so that their spirit is ready. Okay, I see soul retrieval, I see shaman as being rather significant for you guys. Okay, now if you guys are a little bummed about the psychic ability, you guys are so highly spiritual, you guys have such developed self-awareness that you have a psychic ability. We all have a natural psychic ability. Okay, but what I'm getting is a bigger, more powerful message. Okay, and again, a shaman uses a psychic ability. Okay, when it does vision quests, and I see you leading people on vision quests. I think that you guys could travel to different countries and learn about ayahuasca or do psychotherapy with psilocybin, okay? I think that you guys are really helping people in this lifetime achieve spiritual growth and to recover spiritual wounds. I see you guys as gifted healers, okay? I think that you guys could even try attempting to heal something on yourself, okay? In order to confirm this, but what that is also, if you can heal something on yourself, that's a very gifted healer. Okay, healing other people is definitely a talent, for sure. But those I've heard, those who actually have the ability to heal themselves are even greater. Okay, their ability to heal is even greater. Okay, and I don't want you guys to look past this love and compassion card for it to come out as the earth magic card. There are many different magics, mountain, eagle, which talks about communion, okay? This to me tells me that this is in your toolbox, okay? You sense that other people, like when you're driving down the road and you see homeless people, you feel a great sense of empathy, okay? I think that you guys also could really have I think your north node could be Sagittarius for some of you, okay? You guys, you have a real care for compassion and especially people with mental disabilities, okay? You guys are very, very, very grounded, gifted individuals. I see travel as being significant to you, and I think that traveling, again, unlocks certain abilities of yours, okay, that are dormant at this time because we have to go through a veil of forgetting when we incarnate into this earth, okay? Pile 1 was certainly psychic. I see them as needing to lead lives, however, where they focus on gaining abundance and really enjoying the physical realm. You guys have the ability to develop psychic ability easily, naturally. And however, I do see you as being important healers, okay? As, doing that. I'm trying to show you the difference, I guess. Pile 1 was more like, don't focus so much on spirituality because you've done that for so many lifetimes. You, however, on the flip side, this is your focus in this lifetime. Spirituality is your focus in this lifetime. You have an incredible world view, okay? I think that your faith is parallel to none, okay? And I think you understand what it means to have faith and what that form of energy looks like and feels like, okay? Because having faith is not easy. It's not. Like when you can truly go with the flow and give in to having any experience and knowing that all experiences is equal, that's a very, very developed perspective again. I think that some of you simply are being awoken to what you do naturally is not necessarily natural, okay? I think I'm talking to someone, I'm channeling the energy of someone who is highly spiritual, very gifted, very grounded. You can certainly connect with your spirit guides very easily, and so in that vein, yes, you could easily be and perform psychic work for other people who come to you with questions. But I get that you're actually capable of doing soul retrievals and becoming a shaman. If that's something that interests you, you could look into the Four Winds Society. That's something that my great aunt felt very passionate about me doing and something I will pursue later in life, okay? Some of you actually could have Native American heritage as well, okay? So these are all the messages that I'm seeing for you guys. I really hope you liked this reading. If you've made it this far, please give me a big thumbs up. It goes far in the land of YouTube. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. My first psychics. Yay! This is the 4th reading I've done, and you guys are my first group of full-blown psychic, okay? So let's just dive right in. I see the sun, and what I'm picking up the most is the emphasis on spirit, okay? And individuality, self-sufficiency, and self-awareness, okay? And whenever I have repeating signs and symbols, okay, on this 12th house surrender, a very highly spiritual house, you have spiritual development here, okay? Akashic records, trance states, the unseen, okay, the subconscious mind, okay? And with Mercury communication, I'm getting muse and awareness and visions, okay? So we have an emphasis on awareness, self-awareness, and an emphasis on spiritual development. So what I actually see for you guys, because I drew tarot as well, is that you guys could make a career out of this, okay? And I don't want you to think that I've told this to every other pile. It is not true. Pile 1 has psychic ability, but that is the only pile that I drew, and I actually don't see them having to go after psychic ability in this lifetime. I actually see that their lifetime is more about having abundance, because I sense that they were very spiritual for many lifetimes and did psychic work in other lifetimes. And so this lifetime for them is all about balance. And I know I'm talking about pile 1 in your reading, but I just wanted to tell those in here who are naysayers or doubt that, oh wow, he's going to say that everyone is. No, I'm very excited, you guys. You guys are my first pile who are definitely psychic, because you guys have extreme self-awareness and you guys don't have bias, right? I think your natural tendency is to be very... Hold on one second. Good. I just had to make sure my camera was recording. It's being a little weird today as Mercury is in retrograde. But what I see is that you guys operate naturally from non-bias, okay? And this is something not to take lightly or for granted, okay? I sense that you guys naturally see both sides, okay, to every situation. You have a strong connection to spirit, okay? And you see the light and the truth in everything, okay? Now, I do have a couple of messages for you guys as well. Beyond the fact that these cards highlight to me someone who is very psychic, okay? Beyond that, I think that you guys naturally can go into trances and your prayers are heard as if you were speaking directly to someone in the room, okay? When you communicate with your guides, they know exactly what's going on. I heard for someone here, we really need you guys to start developing your language with your spirit guides and take it a little bit further. Instead of just seeing symbols and using, for example, the hummingbird to say hello, you know, it's like take that a little bit deeper, okay, is what I'm getting. We want you guys to focus on developing a little bit of a deeper spiritual connection with your team and enhancing that language. Language is very important, okay? I also think that you guys receive symbols in your dreams, and it's very important if you want to open your psychic ability to keep a dream journal, and especially to write in the morning, 10 minutes, within 10 to 15 minutes of you waking. Like when you wake up, as soon as you wake up, try to use writing as the first thing you do that day, okay? Because when you wake up, I don't know if it's beta, theta, delta, whatever it is, but there are specific wavelengths that you are in when you rise from sleeping that are similar, the exact wavelength when you channel spirit directly, okay? And I think that you guys can receive even more symbols and connect the dots even better about what you saw in your dreams by keeping a dream journal, okay? And as you know, for some of you who are not able to recall their dreams very well, what you could do is drink a glass of water before bed so you wake up, around 2 or 3 in the morning, okay? Some of you might even be used to waking up around 2, 3, or 4 in the morning. That's the easiest time for spirit to connect with you and to talk with you. So if you wake up and you sometimes feel a presence, know that that's not negative, okay, you guys? Know that that is probably your spirit guide, okay? Negative spirits are very, very uncommon. They're very rare, okay? And they don't like to be around places where there are a lot of people, okay? And most likely it is your spirit team. So what you could just do is say, what are you trying to show me? Okay. On your walk to the bathroom, if you guys are going to the bathroom, say like, what are you trying to show me? What was that dream about? Can you remind me what I was dreaming about? And then, just keep a book by your bed, just scribble in it, one word. It might be able to jog your mind in the morning. There is a message here about developing a language with your guides. Okay. You guys are definitely psychic. It's amazing. Okay. And it's because, I see you guys using this as what you do in your career. I see a lot of success because you guys are in it for the right reasons. You guys are very balanced with logic, okay? To the point that some people might think that you're cold, okay? But it's not that. You just see to the bottom of things. You're really, really perceptive. You're able to see what is hindering someone, or you guys have very, very developed what am I saying, visualization, to the point that some of you actually could work as engineers, okay? Now, I'm also being told that you guys don't have to use your psychic ability as a psychic consultant or a psychic therapist, you know? There are veterinarians who use psychic ability to communicate with animals to see what's going on with their, inside them. And that is an example of a job that is utilizing your very natural psychic ability in a different field, okay? Now, some of you could use your psychic ability to be channelers, okay? You guys could write books and channel them, okay? I'm also getting that you guys have a lot of potential to work in the field of Akashic records and helping people recover their past lives and figure out what their spiritual mission is in this lifetime based on what you can extract from the Akashic record about their past lives. You guys are communicators and you communicate with spirit effortlessly, okay? And this is something that you guys are meant to do in this lifetime. I'm very excited. I was getting a little anxious. I was like, am I really going to do a reading where I do 5 piles? It's very uncommon for me to do 5. It's very, because I have to channel while I do this. It makes me very tired. My throat gets very sore. And I was just very excited to see finally that there is a psychic pile here. So very, very cool. Now let's move on. I pulled an animal medicine spirit guide for you, and I drew some earth magic for you as well. And I got an additional message here. Okay, you guys, there's an emphasis on your body and really needing to take care of your health at this time. Elk talks about stamina. Lake talks about stillness and tranquility, and that's when your gift unlocks, okay? I'm getting the idea that it's really, really important to cleanse the water you put in your body and all the food you put in your body, okay? Some of you might consider being vegetarians, okay? Or pescatarians, okay? If I work out and I think it's the best thing to develop your psychic ability, and that's what I'm getting for you, but sometimes I need a little bit more fuel. I used to be a vegetarian, but I did not have enough energy, okay? So I started to incorporate salmon, wild caught salmon, and that's a message I want to pass on to you guys because I see you guys as being psychic, and I'm really excited for you. I don't know why. I feel a very strong connection to everyone who chose pile 4. I just have like a big smile on my face right now. So what I was seeing is that your body goes under a little bit of stress when you use your psychic ability, okay? And we want to make sure that you're very grounded and very, very well nourished because your psychic ability is, I think, so developed that you might take on other people's illnesses, and there is a caution against that. We want you to pay attention to your body and pay attention to the food you put in your body, and we really need you to be mobile more often than you are. You really shouldn't be sitting around a lot because I think that creates a lot of stale energy in your body. I think doing some Zumba, working out, doing some dance, going on regular walks would be very, very good for you because there's this idea of needing to develop your energy a little bit, okay? I'm not saying that you guys are low energy. I'm just saying that in order for this gift to come on center stage, for it to really, really come alive, we're talking about needing to get into better shape at this time. And by doing so, it's actually going to unlock your psychic ability, okay? These are basically all the messages I'm seeing for you guys. In this reading, I really just wanted to confirm who has the psychic ability here. And I also got some great messages for you guys regarding elk and lake with stillness, okay? I think that some of you could try scrying. There's another message there, okay? Scrying is when you look into any reflective surface in order to glimpse messages or faces from the spirit realm, okay? I think you guys have a very strong ability to connect with spirit, and I think that you guys have multiple guides in this lifetime. If you've been curious about what name and you've been asking for a name and no name is coming, that is because you guys have multiple spirit guides in this lifetime. I think you guys have an exceptional ability to relay your perspective. There's something about your perspective that's perhaps unsettling to some people, but it is because you come from a much higher perspective. I think some of you could be Libra or have a lot of air in your chart. You could be Gemini or Aquarius. And I look at these people as my favorites. To a degree, I have Gemini and Aquarius in my chart. The thing is with the Gemini, they are someone who sees a question that says, is it A or B? And their answer is both and. okay? And it's because they're able to see truth in both situations on both sides, but also faults in both sides, and thus an alternative method or answer, okay? That's something that you guys do inherently. And with Aquarius, you have a strong inkling, and you really want to support humanitarian efforts, okay? And to uplift people. And I think that one thing you could do in order to help uplift people and to remove guilt, anxiety, fear from the world is to show people that we go on after this lifetime, that we are here to enjoy this physical plane, to learn some lessons, but we go on from here, okay? And I think that that could be very helpful to someone in here who is wondering what this gift might do. And I think that, again, you don't have to just be someone who is a psychic who takes phone calls and channels spirit, okay? I'm not sensing a medium per se, though you very well could be. I'm seeing a psychic, though, okay? And this is going to be different for everyone, but there is the message here of, some of you could be, you could channel the spirits of animals or pets. Or, for example, you got far in your current career, you could fold in your psychic ability or the ability to channel. You directly channel spirit, okay? And the unknown. It's something that you do very, very easily and naturally. And something I want to tell you guys is that the most obvious information that seems to come through is how it operates. When you develop spiritually and develop self-awareness, develop psychically, when you open up your channel, it actually is supposed to be easy. It isn't supposed to be difficult, okay? That's an important message for someone here. And of course, and it would fall over these two cards, okay? I did draw a spiritual lens for you guys, and it says boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries, okay? And what I'm getting is an emphasis on the solar plexus here. It is the lightest and brightest right here, and that talks about your energy center. And it's falling over stillness and stamina. And to me, this really talks about needing to wear black tourmaline, okay? Wear things that crystals, clothes that ground you and protect you. Look at this. All these hands reaching out around you, you can sense energy, but you also get picked up on, you get frequencies. You can channel people very, very easily. Ancestors. Look at all these spirit hands coming out to reach you. But we're telling you right now to get grounded in your body and to build boundaries. And I think we really want you to strengthen your physical body, because it's, for some reason, I am getting the message for someone here that it draws from your strength. It's a little bit exhausting to do this work for you. For some reason, your physical body gets tired by it, but that isn't something that should discourage you. It's actually meant to let you become aware of that, because when you become aware of it, you can strengthen your body. When you strengthen your body, it's not going to affect you anymore, okay? As long as we can, it's something about getting the strength up, okay, you guys? So, these are all the messages I'm seeing for you, you my psychic pile. Very cool. If you've made it this far into the video, please give me a big thumbs up. It goes far in the land of YouTube. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 5. Welcome to your reading. Okay, so you guys are alchemists and witches, okay? That's what I get for you. Now, as far as psychic ability, it is certainly there, but almost as a tool in a toolbox filled with many other gifts that you guys have, okay? Your cards are Jupiter with expansion, okay? Chiron with healing, and Venus with love. And then I drew your a couple tarot cards and some oracle cards that we'll get to later, but your tarot cards are the Moon and the Emperor, okay? The Moon definitely talks about enhanced intuition and psychic ability, and I see the primordial crayfish there. I also see the wild dog and the wolf representing anima and animus. And you guys are people who can work with magic in this universe, okay? You guys definitely have some superpowers, healing powers, a strong divinity, connection to divinity, okay? And there's something about your vibration being very akin to love. Now, I do sit down individually for all of these readings and pull cards in a very quiet, meditative place, okay? I wanted to make sure that this reading was particularly grounded. Now, I want to reveal something to you a little bit ahead of the other cards, you guys have two emphases on a rainbow, okay, with blessings, okay? And I feel like for some of you, you've been through some more challenging times in your life, okay? And perhaps have questioned why. And I think it's because you are meant to gain some serious experience in this lifetime in order to draw from it. Because it is my belief that when we incarnate, we go through a veil of forgetting. And we definitely come with natural gifts and talents, but those have to be unlocked somehow, okay? Your animal spirit guide, I just, for some reason, I want to get all of your cards on the table. For some reason, I just feel like your message is going to be very interesting, okay? Now, you guys have Whale, which is the record keeper, okay? And it talks about the voice a lot, okay? It talks about how humans are the only creatures who don't have a unique sound or cry, okay? Think about a wolf. Think about the use of, what's it called? I keep wanting to say solar. Sonic. Gosh, what is that? Not echolocation, that's a bat. I don't know why this word is escaping me, but you guys know how whales speak. I don't know why this is. I'm a little bit tired, I will admit, you guys. 5 readings drains me psychically a lot. However, your message is coming in very clear, easy to channel, okay? I get witches, I get people who work with occultism, I get people who are psychic, I get people who easily channel source and the Akashic record, okay? That is a natural skill that you guys have. You are able to channel source directly, almost to the point where it is a little bit, you think it's like too obvious, the answers that you ask for and the guidance that you receive. It's almost a little bit too common sense. And that is because you actually have a developed connection, and it really should be that easy. And hold on one second. Okay, I had to make sure that my camera was recording. It's Mercury retrograde, and it's already been a little funny today. So what I'm seeing is someone who has healing powers, okay, a strong connection to the source. There's something to do with magic, okay, in your reading. Something about alchemy, okay? We see a rainbow through the combination of water and sunlight, okay? And it's this idea of using different sources of, different elements to create something, okay? I wonder that you guys could be herbalists and could start to study how to use color to heal people. I feel like you definitely have a psychic ability, but what I keep hearing over and over again, and I hope it's not an offensive term, is a witch, okay? Someone who uses nature to heal, someone who has a great depth of knowledge about medicine and especially energy, okay? I think some of you could be energy healers. But what I'm getting is like the combination of things. For example, a natural remedy to help a sore throat is to take onion, but you can't use onion in and of itself. You have to combine it with sugar, and after about 8 hours, it'll create a syrup. And that syrup is what you take. And it is the combination of two unlikely things that you guys do well, that you do inherently, okay? There's something along the lines of teaching forgotten practices, okay? Teaching forgotten ways of, it is like that, but it's even more mystical and more occult, right? These are the energy I'm getting for you guys is very highly developed people who are not of this realm, who really, really don't like to incarnate on Earth and do so when they need to do and achieve some sort of spiritual lesson from where you guys come from. I even see you guys being just, it's this idea of channeling information that's very hidden, For example, like Egyptian history. There's a lot of people that think there are a lot of books and secrets that are hidden in the sands there, especially under the paws of the sphinxes. Just a lot of unknown, hidden knowledge that talks about how powerful human beings actually are. You guys have access to this information. You guys understand how to use color to heal, and how color actually, the vibration of color, can be imbued in foods, okay, especially if you utilize complementary colors, okay? There's an idea of really deep hidden knowledge that you guys are able to access simply by developing a connection with your spirit guides or channeling source directly. Okay, the whale is the record keeper. There's something about having information about, so, for example, we humans have natural telepathy, but it's not something we develop, right? So when you get I can always sense, it happens to me multiple times a day. When someone will text me, I'll know milliseconds before, and I'm always correct, and it doesn't just happen once, okay? And I think this is something that happens to you guys too. You guys are really sensitive to energy. You understand that things that happen in the universe at large can affect our physical bodies, such as planets, okay? And the moon, for example. And you are someone who is supposed to mentor and teach people these things in this lifetime. And there's something about having to go through certain periods of your life where there is rather low lows, depressions, okay, because you are a healer of sorts, okay? I really get that you guys are almost, you could be shamans to a degree. Absolutely, that's something that could easily be in your future. But again, I'm getting this deeper something, you guys, this unknown, this real hidden knowledge that is really transformational. Okay, my great aunt, for example, she used to channel information, and the things that she wrote about are absolutely intriguing. It's like literal candy for my brain to read some of the work that she has done with channeling. I think that you guys could try to open up a channel and to channel ancient knowledge. There's something about like really mystical things that really actually exist that we don't talk about, because in our day and age we focus on money and growth and those types of concepts, okay? But there's something about being able to unlock deep levels of real magic. And that's why I'm getting the word witch. And again, I'm hoping that doesn't offend anyone here. But there's this idea of really being able to call down whatever you want. I think that some of you have immaculate, I don't know why that word is coming up, incredible powers of manifestation. I think that you guys have been able to manifest at certain times in your life incredible wealth out of nowhere, or circumstances in your favor, okay? Even if you have been manifesting from a place of lack and scarcity, okay? There's something about experiencing a lot of abundance in this lifetime, and it's more of like a spiritual abundance. There's certainly this idea of wealth and luxury that I'm getting between Jupiter and Venus right now. But at the heart of it is Chiron with healing, okay? And I get healing powers and divinity, okay? You guys have suffered in the past from a lot of self-doubt, okay? And honestly, generational trauma. I think that you are here to break a link in your family and to break a cycle of karma, to release yourself from that, okay? I'm going to draw some spiritual cards for you guys as well. But there's something that I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. It's this idea of really, really mythical knowledge that is hidden from us. And it's this knowingness that humans are so much more powerful than we currently know about, okay? This idea of self-healing, this idea of using nature, very, very simple things like that idea of onions and sugar. Who doesn't have onions and sugar? Instead of going out and getting something from a pharmacy or a pill that only treats a symptom, okay? I hope these ideas are resonating for you guys, and I hope I'm getting this message through, and I hope it's not coming off as superficial, because it's actually even it's like cooler than a psychic ability, right? Because psychic ability, like I said, it's one of many tools in your toolbox. I get someone who's incredibly adept, okay, like a master, okay? And I hope that you guys don't let certain doubts and guilt and grief hold you back from this inner knowing that is buried underneath it about how powerful and knowledgeable you are. You have the whale, the record keeper, okay? There's something about your voice that is extremely significant, or you guys could use sound healing to unlock hidden memories and knowledge. You guys have treasure troves of knowledge in your brain stored deep in your subconscious that are extremely illuminating. And when you bring them to the surface, they're not going to be accepted by many people. But I think that eventually they are going to take flame, they're going to be ignited, and it's going to bring you massive wealth in this lifetime. Or there's something about not needing to struggle with money, okay, because of bringing this information to light. There is this idea of it not coming from a place where people want to believe it at first, but I think there is going to be proof in the pudding, okay? And there's I hope you guys are enjoying this concept that I'm trying to illustrate. It's a little bit past my area of expertise, honestly. This idea of sort of like real superpowers, okay? This superpowers with Chiron and healing is really jumping out to me, okay? I think that some of you, it's healing things. It's certain foods that can sustain hunger during times of great drought. It's this knowledge, okay, that is deep within you guys, that does want to manifest in this lifetime, okay? The Emperor talks to me about someone who goes into barren land and produces life, okay? He's able to create life to the nth degree, going from nothing, right? It's like the idea of turning a wasteland into a beautiful garden. Okay, I think that some of you really are here to develop and grow gardens and to learn about medicinal healing plants and about specific combinations of seemingly odd things that bring about radical transformations in the body. Okay, I'm getting, for your spiritual card, the ever-unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. To me, this is a message of healing for you guys coming over this whale. When you guys can transmute these negative energies of the past, when you can transmute who you think you used to be, or this, I do see a little bit of trauma in your past, okay? When you can transmute that pain and heal from it, doing so enables you to have the knowledge to help other people do the same. But ever unfolding rose, now we're seeing multiple roses, which talks about harmony and talks about love, the vibration of love, okay? And about uplifting your energy. The scent of rose is the highest vibration in our existence. It's the highest that's been recorded by humans so far. And it's that very idea. It's the idea of, what could we do with that vibration of rose, the scent of rose? What does it do to the body? Can it actually do things that are not known right now to people? I know I'm skipping past this idea of psychicism because you have that ability. It's inherent. It's almost like it's almost too small for you, right? It almost feels like that's first grade and it's inherent to you. This psychic ability of yours, okay? There's something that you are meant to bring to life and grow and cultivate in this lifetime, and it's going to bring expansion to humankind. That's how big it is, okay? It's this idea of bringing human consciousness to a different state. It's evolving human consciousness, okay? It's that level of grandness, okay? It's the idea of taking us from where we currently exist. It's like, picture someone living in the Stone Ages compared to living where we are now. Now take where we're living now and then compare that to that future that's equally as far away. That's what you guys are here to start to do, okay? I really hope that you guys understood what I'm trying to relay here. It's a really cool, magical, mystical group, okay? You guys also chose the hagstone, and it comes from the ocean, and then I drew whale from you. That's pretty synchronistic, okay? And you have the moon, okay? It just talks about a deep depth of the subconscious and the unknown. A hagstone is a very magical stone, okay? It's a very powerful healing tool. It also is said to, when you peer through it, show you glimpses into the unknown, especially the fae, okay? So I think that some of you might be, you guys might like fairies, okay? Yeah, that's just an idea I kept getting. So these are all the messages I'm getting for you guys. I know I sound a little bit tired, but this is absolutely magical. I really hope you liked this reading. If you've made it this far, please give me a big thumbs up. It goes so far in the land of YouTube. And until next time, stay divine.